Hi there, I'm Elizabeth Holmes of the Wall Street Journal, and this is how you get the no makeup look. Every woman dreams of having a face that doesn't need makeup. But let's face it, few of us do. Enter the no makeup look, where you use products to enhance your natural features. And don't be fooled, this doesn't have to be just for every day. You can glam it up as well. At the Golden Globes recently, Olivia Munn and Sienna were super minimal with their makeup. To learn how to do this magic act, we've come to the Sephora store in New York City, and we're turning to pro lead artist Gilbert. Soliz, hi.
Hey.
How are you?
I'm doing good, thanks.
So I love the no makeup look, but you have to start by taking off your makeup, right?
You do.
Okay. So I'm gonna do that first. No makeup.
No makeup.
So, work your magic. Where do we start if we're going for this look?
All right, well, what you want to do is focus on clean, flawless skin. So our first step we're going to do is use Josie Maran's tinted moisturizer. All you need is about the size of, let's say, like a large pea.
Okay.
You want to warm it up on the back of your hands and then apply it with your fingertips. I like to start directly in the middle of the face and then blend and work my way out. All right, after you got your tinted moisture on all over, the next step is to use a concealer. This is made by YSL. It's called Touche Éclat.
Okay.
So in just the click of the wand,
Okay.
Look up for me. Cat whisker strokes underneath the eye. And then what I'm going to do is let you look into the mirror and blend it underneath the eye area. So this is a great way just to give you some instant brightness around the eye, again, without looking too heavy. This really helps to instantly brighten up under and around the eye area.
How'd I do?
Perfect. Again, any areas that you have a little bit of redness, again, keep this in your purse, apply it over the brow bone for an instant lift, and all you do is blend, blend, blend. So now that we have our tinted moisture and our Touche Éclat under and around the eyes, our next step is Sephora's Sun Sculpting Disc. Now this is a 3-in-1 and a luxe, gorgeous compact.
Okay.
What you're gonna get is a pressed powder. So this here is gonna help to set your makeup, absorb any excess oil. You want to dust it lightly all over, and I'm using our Sephora Professional brush. And now you see we have a bronzer on one end.
Okay.
And what I like to do here is frame the perimeter of the face just to help really sculpt and start to naturally enhance.
So a little bit on the forehead.
Forehead.
Down to the cheekbone.
Right below the high of the cheekbone and along the jaw. Like the letter E and the number 3. That's one of the best ways to remember.
I love it.
But you know, the sun hits your face all over. So once you've applied it, you know, there's tiny remnants left on the brush.
Okay.
You can take it and apply it to the entire face just to ensure overall balance.
Got it.
And now last but not least.
Oh, look at that, see? And it's just like very subtle.
Yeah, we're gonna take a little bit of blush now and just apply this to the apples of the cheek.
Okay.
So go ahead and smile. And then brush up towards the temple. Now this is where women naturally tend to flush. You know, you want blush to look like it's emanating from within as opposed to, you know, the 80s, you know, streaked on. So right on the apples of the cheeks, and try to find blushes that have the natural shades that you would naturally find within your skin. So peaches and pinks, I think, often flatter a lot of women. So moving on to our eyes and our lips.
Okay.
What's on trend right now is a soft, really caramel eye. And again, we're gonna incorporate a touch of peach, working with colors that you find naturally in your own skin tone.
Okay.
So you wanna start off with your lightest shade.
Okay.
And apply it to the lash line and simply buff and blend up and out.
How far up do you go? All the way to the brow?
Yep, you can go all the way to the brow with your base color. To make it fun, you can mix up the different textures. So you have a satin finish, or you can even add a touch of shimmer to give the eyes a nice sheen.
Okay.
So we're applying this to the lower part of the lid. Now to jazz it up a little bit, we're gonna take Givenchy's Magic Kohl pencil in number 15, just sort of like a dark brown or coffee. And we're gonna run this right along the lash line. And now your darkest shadow, and soften and smudge this right over the pencil. So light, medium, and dark. You're basically layering the shades on top of one another, keeping the darkest colors right along your lash line. Now to finish up the eyes, you can apply one coat of mascara.
Okay. I'm gonna give this a try.
Sure. This is the Hourglass Film Noir in black. Try to get it really close to the root of your lash and wiggle up and out. Now to transition and finish this no makeup look, we'll apply Gloss de Armani in beige. And a great little pro tip here is you want to find a shade that's really close to your natural lip color. Again, it's all about enhancing your natural features. Ta-da!
I love it. I look like myself.
You do.
But better. Yes, thank you so much, Gilbert.
You're welcome.
For more tips, tricks, and the latest style news, keep it at youtube.com/WSJ. You can find me on Twitter at eholmeswsj.
A low part.
Okay.
So, a fairly low part, which is the middle of the eyebrow or lower than the middle. What you want to do is lean forward a little bit on the hair
Okay.
and then roll back.
Why is that?
So it sits in the base. So the curl will sit in the base.
Okay.